It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Bears and the Lions, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Such a great tradition. Thanksgiving Day in the NFL. So happy to be a part of it as well. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, think about it. Detroit 1934, Dallas 1966. That's where the seeds for this thing has been planted. 3 games during the day and night. Now, I love that we call it the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration.
And it doesn't matter whether you're a player, a coach, a fan at home, or in our case, Mike, here in the booth broadcasting the game. NFL football and Thanksgiving, those two things go together. And man, how fortunate are we to have a front row seat for another special NFL tradition, John Madden Thanksgiving celebration. Let's go.
On the return, it's Williams. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
There wasn't really anything fancy about their performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the 1 interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, Fody did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. If he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
Throwing on second down, Goff. Hit as he threw it, the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even-keeled. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he's going to take this up to the 17-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Moore going in motion. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. Now he takes off. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
They will run it over center with Swift. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3, with Xavier Howard up to make the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. On the option, it's Swift. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. it's Williams from the gun. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Bears first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On the give, here's Swift. He'll take this down to the 47. Stephon Gilmore up to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 6. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. They'll run with the 2nd-round pick in the April draft. And he's going to have a Bears first down. He needed 2 and gained 6.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? This 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A peek at his receiving numbers from a week ago, part of the offensive performance that led them to victory. Williams to throw on 2nd down. The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. The Lions have got it inside the 30. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And he continues to show off his ability to run with football when the situation calls for it. He is the NFL's leader in rush yards at the quarterback position. Off play action. Here's Williams. Throw right side, caught by Odunze.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. It's Aiden Hutchinson, former #2 overall pick, in there to bring him down. On On fourth down, here's Torrey Taylor to punt for Chicago. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zone. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. But that's not what they're doing. That's straight man coverage. Quarterback sees the matchup. There's no question where the ball's going to go.
On first down, it's Goff. And that will be incomplete. They could not hook up on what will be the final play of this first quarter. They'll try again here. Second and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to take over once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. On first down, it's Swift. Now a loose football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
On third down, it's Williams. Oh, and that one is intercepted by Stephon Gilmore.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And he's made a big impact in the passing game. As you look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, his name right there at the top. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, it's Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
A second down throw for Goff. Open man, it's Jamison Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
On second down, Goff. That is caught. It is Hopkins. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out.
This one intercepted. It's the veteran safety, Kevin Byard. Yeah. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Chicago. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. It's up and through. And the Bears will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. A return now from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Lions offense ready to come back out for this next possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing here is Goff. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Goff gives it to Gibbs. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw is Goff. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass. 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Goff to throw. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down. Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
The left side into the hands of Hopkins. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Now it is 1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. Powering forward. He's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. Actually now, attack on the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to take over once more. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Now Williams going to keep it himself. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. On 2nd down, it's Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. To throw, it's Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
What a pickup, a gain of 18, and it sets up 1st and goal. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Williams to the air once more. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's into the end zone. Cole Komet, touchdown Bears. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Lions offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. And he's been a tough man to stop in this 1st half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. And for the 3rd time in this 1st half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by T.J. Edwards.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for the referee.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. It'll be a short pickup down to the 31. Brian Branch in on the tackle. Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Williams. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest game. So we are at halftime in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Greg in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. We'll start in the early window and begin up in Minneapolis. A tough one for the homestanding Vikings, as they'll have to do battle with the Las Vegas Raiders. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. And lastly, we'll be tuned in on Sunday night for what should be a great one between the Green Bay Packers and the Baltimore Ravens. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bears offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
Williams on the RPO, going to get it out to Odunze. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's 1st and 10. Williams. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Komet. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
The most valuable real estate on the field, Mike, that every offense is trying to attack is the middle of the field. So when you have a tight end who's as good as this guy and you can get vertical down the middle, man, that is a nightmare for these defenses to deal with.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Off play action. Here's Williams. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Kirby Joseph.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the actually the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game under pressure all game long. The secondary feasting on his passes. Goff to throw on first down. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by T.J. Edwards.
Look, I think any time, Mike, you find yourself all tied up in the second half of a ball game, it's all hands on deck. Both teams are trying to find a way. How can I separate? How can we give our side a clear advantage? That pick right there, killing that first series of this second half, that seems like one of those separators to me. Now, this offense, as they take the field, they have to capitalize and come away with points.
Second down and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Williams. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. That is DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack. On 4th down, it's Cairo Santos on for the Bears field goal. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. Santos' kick is good. And the Bears move out in front. The new score, 17-14.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Lions offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll get this to his tight end, Laporta. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And he will score. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception. Well, so often that running back is the best friend of a quarterback down there. This time he takes the pass, and he takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Mike, the key to a good passing game is to find ways to keep everybody involved. When a defense has to account for every potential target, they tend to get really stretched pretty thin. That's exactly what this offense was able to do. Get the ball to your running back, and he's able to do the rest.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bears offense back onto the field for their next possession. Trailed by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll go underneath to Komet on the screen. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. To throw is Williams. He'll swing this out to Swift. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
On third down, it's Williams. That's caught. It's the tight end, Komet. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, I'm not sure there's been one position on offense that has evolved more over the years, Mike, than the tight end position. They're no longer just the extra blockers. They're no longer just the underneath, hey, pick up a first down. These are some of the most dynamic playmakers in the league, and that's a great example of why.
1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Throw it again. It's Williams. He'll go right back to Komet. He's got it again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
First down there.
He'll get this out wide. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Look wide, get this one complete, and he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about, so they got to...
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 1st down, it's Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And he's out of bounds here. It's a big pickup at the end here of the 3rd quarter of play. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. They run with the former Bear, David Montgomery. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. 1st down, Detroit.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky. This didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
Here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
A tight end in motion now. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but they continue to get that matchup. This quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Big play coming up. This is third down. To throw, it's Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And he'll get about 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 2nd down, in trouble. Down he goes.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the fourth quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here.
Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the veteran safety, Kevin Byers.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. And he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
That's to Osborne. He's got it. And he will get into the end zone. K.J. Osborne. Touchdown, Chicago. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will up the lead to 5. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here. They'll begin it with 1st and 10. Now Goff. Catch is made. That is Williams. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Williams in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
Down the field, he's got St. Brown. That pass play good for 22. Good for a Lions 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Williams in motion. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That pass caught by Amon-Ra.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. The left side into the hands of Hopkins.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Williams in motion. A 2nd down throw for Goff. That one taken in by St. Brown. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. This is 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Terrific day throwing the ball, and the numbers now show it. Over 300 yards passing in this one. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Throwing here is Goff.
Yeah, that's a nice job. He's out of the pocket. He knows he doesn't need all that much for a 1st down. He's able to tuck it, get out of bounds, and keep this drive alive.
Here we go. 1st and goal. Now, Goff. Oh, Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. The Lions call their first timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in this one. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that...
Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. He's got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. A play fake. Now Williams. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll tuck it and take off. The Bears go ahead, take their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. So it's a win here for the Lions. And they will get a little extra time to enjoy it on this holiday weekend as they get the job done here on Thanksgiving. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.